Well, this is weird.
Oh, hey, is that you, Steve?
Yeah, here I am, right here, right across the table from you.
This is weird. I don't know if I will ever get used to this, if this is the way it has to go.
Coronavirus! Forcing us apart.
How the podcast dies. It's right here.
Forcing us apart, recording in separate locales for the first time in nearly 4 years of doing this. We have finally been forced to do it separately, and I'll be honest, not that bad.
Oh, this is the end. There's no question. I'm not talking about the world. I don't care about the pandemic.
I mean, for many reasons, this is the end.
Right. This is the quote-unquote last call of the podcast right now. This is it, folks. This is how it dies, by remote recording, where Steve, you and I, single-handedly, in a few hours, have reinvigorated Skype.
Yeah, exactly. We were texting back and forth. Now, in case you can't tell, I am here at APS 3.0, the normal location for recording this podcast. Kyle, you were at APS, 3.5 maybe?
Yeah, this is 4.2.
4.2.
Oh, no, sorry, it'd be 3.2. 3.2 back here. As you can see, the trophy case behind me, I've got a football.
Right.
I don't even know what that's from. I don't have a damn clue.
Does it just say champs on it or something? I've
got some looks like a wine bottle and a beer growler. I don't even know what that poster is behind me. Oh, I got some horror movie posters. Yep. Oh yeah, it's the real man cave down here. Well,
if you look up here, you'll see my championship banner from the state champ team, which that has been here since well before we moved in, because it's covered with dust and cobwebs, and it looks like they just took
hell.
It looks like they hell, definitely. But it looks like they took like a skinny carpet that you would see in a hallway and just said, you know what, we're just going to drape that over a bar, and now it's blinds.
Let's fold this like it's a towel after a shower and leave it there for a decade.
Right. So, we haven't done a whole lot of decorating here in APS 3.0. But anyway, we digress.
Just a terrible digression.
This is the first time we've done the show in separate locations. And honestly, this isn't even a real show. This is going to be like 5 minutes long. It's basically proof of concept, because as everyone knows, the world is going to hell. We're most likely all going to be dead very soon. So we just wanted to, one last hurrah. One last hurrah for the old podcast.
Yeah, and we figured 5 minutes via Skype was the best way to do that. When I get done here, I'm going to update my top 8 on MySpace. I think Tom's finally biting the bullet.
Of all the things that there are these days, like all of the different apps and everything, we dust off old Skype and give it a shot.
Can you frickin' believe it? So we haven't really talked about contingency plans, but I think we're going to give this a shot if everything sounds good and looks good. A little bonus video for everybody if you follow the YouTube channel, Steve and Kyle. Actually, I don't even know if that's the YouTube channel.
It's just Steve and Kyle Podcast.
Steve Kyle Podcast. That's
Steve and Kyle Podcast. You know, the same.
Steve Kyle Pod.
SKPO Decast.
SK Podcast. We're going to upload these to YouTube for the time being, as long as we have to do this. Now, I'm comfortable just driving over there and doing it, but you're being a real ninny, sissy about your daughter.
Yeah, APS 3.0 is now a fear bunker. Legitimate fear bunker. I don't know why, though. Something lit a fire under my ass today, and for the first time in 2.5 years, the whole countertop here, like I can't, the cables on my computer aren't long enough to turn it around, but everything has been cleaned up. Everything is perfect. I ran all the cords nice and neat. I drilled like 3 big holes right through the top of this table so I could run all the cables through it. It's perfect, and it's perfect for the end. Because you're not even here to do the podcast to appreciate it.
Yeah. 2.5 years we've sat in that table of filth. It's been mixed with cereals, candies. There's still some hot Cocoa Hershey Kisses that I think you had before your wedding.
Speaking of candies, by the way, don't worry, I'm having a York peppermint patty in your honor. So,
oh, thank you. So you wait for 2 years. There's posters down there. There's gifts we've received from listeners.
I'm looking at Rocky right now.
The day you decide, hey, let's try this out remotely, you're drilling holes in a plastic folding table.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful. It looks really nice.
I hope one day I can see it. I'll be obese and with a grizzled beard because we'll have lived in our basement for a decade.
Yeah.
But we'll be sure to bring the podcast back.
Yeah. Well, trust me when I tell you, it looks great down here. Your chair's still over there. It's waiting for your arrival. So hopefully, if I can get this level of anxiety that I have to drop maybe just a little bit, then I'll welcome people back into my house. But as for now, you are a dirty, germ-carrying, gross person.
Oh, man. This has got bonus episodes written all over it. You shoot me a Skype at about 5 on a Wednesday and say, hey, want to do a bonus-ode? And you and I
a bonus-ode?
Bonus-ode. That's what they call them, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Extra ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like boner-sodes. Bonus-odes?
Boner-sodes, yeah.
Boner-sodes.
Exactly.
It sounds like the frat podcast. Coming at you with a new boner sode today. Coming up on segment 69 later. We're going to have Tina, the hot chick from next door, come chat.
So again, we just wanted to try this out, make sure it worked. Apparently it does. Hopefully when I go to listen back to it or watch it again, it doesn't look too poor. So I guess we're just going to go with it.
Listen, I'm going off a $199 laptop, so I'm sure the 3.5 megapixel camera on this thing is going to really hold up on full screen YouTube.
Is the Lenovo really revving up over there?
The engine started, Steve. It was. I had to actually stand behind it like an old airplane and grab the fan by a blade and spin it just to get her cooking.
All right. Well, I guess because we have an episode coming out. I'm going to post this tonight. I'm going to post this an hour after we record it. So we have a. Do we have a Fast Five? No, we have there's a sports take coming out tomorrow, right? Or is it Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like there may not be a sports take coming out.
No, who said that? Sports take.
We'll just jump right into this then.
Oh, I got so much sports on my mind right now.
I mean, there's so many sports going on. I mean, the Iditarod. Have you ever heard
of Turkish horse racing? Because I am all about it.
Is that any different than just regular horse racing?
Oh, it's in Turkey.
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Can't believe I had to explain it to you.
All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed this weird 10-minute episode or so. We hope to be in the same room to record again this weekend, but if we're not, I think this worked out all right.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. It's the end of the end. Get this thing over with. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, for God's sake.
What else can you expect from a $199 Lenovo paired with a $29 microphone?
Mixed with a 9-year-old iMac.
All right, we'll talk to you at some point. In the meantime, wash your hands and be safe.